Bruce in your swan song as our community manager.
I guess I need to put my mask on while I'm walking over there, right? While I'm going over there, I want to remind everybody that when I came here, not only did I have hair, but it was brown. This is what you've done to me.
Very proud.
It wasn't very brown, it was brown. Okay, recently while updating some historical information in preparation for my retirement, I ran across a community master plan proposal that had been contracted in 1990 and 91. In the study was a proposal for increasing your dues to $994 per lot with a home by 2001. Including trash pickup, your cost to live in HVL would have been about $1,150, $150 more than what you pay right now. The plan included adding additional docks, improving roads, adding bathrooms to existing shelters, bathrooms at the marina, and I could go on, but I think you got the picture. It's hard to tell where your dues would be today had that plan been approved, but it is safe to say that they would be much more than what you pay today. The study cost around $20,000, and the community voted it down. So why did I choose to give you this history lesson? To tell you that as a community, everything that was on that master list and master plan has been done, and most have been done with better quality without huge increases in your dues and assessments. Is that because of me, Dave, or other employees? We did have a hand in it, but it was largely accomplished by you, the volunteers to your community. Because of the hundreds of volunteers in Hidden Valley, all of these improvements have been made while keeping your dues low, and by the way, while purchasing a golf course in the meantime. You have built this community into a resort-like vacation spot, and you get to enjoy it year-round. As I leave, I get to do so with my head held high, not because of anything I have done, but because of being part of an amazing family that has developed a community that is continuously reaching top positions in the best of categories for communities. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your community, and remember, I am only a phone call away, and I really like lunch at Willie's. My wife will be taking care of my appointment book. I'm not making faces over there, are you? No. All right. Most will hear my appreciation when we talk one-on-one, but I do not want to mention any names tonight because I'm really afraid of missing someone, because there's literally been hundreds of volunteers that I've had the opportunity to work with. I thank the board and the committees that I have served under for the last 14 years. You have served, the board has served with the core values of service before self, integrity, and excellence. I apologize for any agony you may have had to endure because of miscommunications and disagreements with me. Pat Hawkins, I especially want to thank you for the way you have served this community as president over the past 6 years. Pat walked us through the golf course purchase and through many other tough spots that we've had, and I really appreciate that. You're truly a special lady. To those looking to serve this community in the future, thank you for your willingness to serve, but hold on tight. You are in for quite a ride. I can tell you that there are committee and board members that donate several hundred hours a year to keep this community vital and to save each POA member money. I would also suggest you spend some time serving on committees before you decide to be a board member. It is important to understand the mechanics of how we run prior to taking a senior leadership role. And now your favorite words in closing. I would like to reflect on my first board meeting in April of 2006. I had been given a heads up by the board at the time that there were vast improvements needing to happen in the communication world. Although I do believe we have made some serious strides, we are still not in the realm of complete effective communication. I told a story that afternoon, and now you get to hear it again. I think it's appropriate to end my time here on it. It says there was an older, distinguished gentleman that had one hobby, taking his 50-year-old roadster out for a Sunday drive each week. On the Saturday before he would spend many hours waxing his vehicle to make sure it looked great for the ride on Sunday. One Sunday he was on that drive in the country and heading towards his favorite bend in the road. This was always the highlight of his drive, and he was in the zone for making that turn, which his roadster had made before in spectacular fashion. As he prepared for the turn, an out-of-control car comes at him. From out of the turn, it was so far out of control it ran him off the road. As the out-of-control car came by him, the driver of the car screams at him, "Halt!" Well, our friend is beside himself. That guy ran him off the road and calls him a name. After a few minutes of gathering his emotions, he backs out onto the road, gets up the momentum of speed that he needs to go into that turn, and hits a halt. What's the moral of the story? Make sure that the message that's being sent is what you're hearing. We see it all the time in Hidden Valley. A lot of folks like to go straight to Facebook with stuff. I've always appreciated the folks that call ahead of time and say, "Hey, we just heard this. Before we get all of our information on Facebook, what's going on?" You save a lot of trouble, and I appreciate that. And so I just have one more thing I would like to do. David Wisman is my replacement. I want you to know how excited I am that he is replacing me. I think he is, him and I have something in common. We're both called Chief before. I was Chief and Master Sergeant in the Air Force. He was Chief of Police for Dearborn County. So every now and then somebody will come in the office and say, "Hey, Chief," and we both go push. Right? So Dave, could you come here a second? 2 essential tools that I think you need. These folks make fun of me all the time. This. It's my Rolodex.
Oh,
You're going to need those numbers. Get somebody young to help you. And then I have a map. This map is where the bodies are buried. All right? There you go. That's it. Thank you.
wow.
Yeah, they are.